Hey, this is Jay from Day One Marketing, and today we will be going over how to install pixel events into your Clickfunnels sales pages. But before we go into that, if you guys are already at this point of your Facebook ads setup, then I'd like to invite you guys to go ahead and download the Intro to Facebook Ads Guide. It's a free ebook on our website. The link should be below in the description, but yeah, the this intro to Facebook ads should be very helpful with this whole process of setting up Facebook ads. So let's get started. In the last video, we went over the basic install of Facebook pixels, and that particular Facebook pixel was the base code that gets installed funnel wide throughout your ClickFunnels sales page, the sales funnel that you decided to go with for your real estate business or whatever business that you're currently doing. So today's video is about specific pixel events that you could add on to that base code. And in order to do that, we would have to go into each page, and depending on the page, a particular pixel event will be triggered. So right now that might not make sense to you, but we will go over that throughout as the video goes. So first off, what is an event? So in order to figure that out, let me show you guys here real quick. So this is the landing page. If we were to go to our pixel helper, which you should have already installed, it would show us that upon arriving on this landing page, the base code was fired. So with the Facebook base code, the typical event that's always going to be present should be page view. So page view gets triggered or fired as soon as someone lands on this page. So that right there actually counts as an event, pixel event. So that's actually just one type of pixel event. So what are the other pixel events? Well, in order to show you that, we would have to go into our business manager and then go to pixels. So if you went through the last video, this should all be familiar with you. And if you haven't gone through it, I would suggest to go through it, but here we'll show you that if you haven't set up a Facebook pixel yet, this is what Facebook will prompt you to do. So just go ahead and follow their instructions and set up a pixel. So like I said, if you've already done this, this should be all familiar with you, but when it comes to ClickFunnels, you would want to choose this option out of the three options that they present you with here. So we will manually install it. Step number 2 has the pixel base code that you would install funnel wide. But the one that we are focused on today are the other pixel events, which is on the next page if we were to click continue. So right here, what is an event? So according to Facebook, an event is any action on your website that can be tracked, such as when someone clicks a button or visits a page. With Facebook Pixel, you can identify the events that matter to you and give them categories like add to cart or purchase. In this case today, we will be demonstrating generating a lead, which would be this particular event right here. So as you can see, these are Facebook has a list of all the events that they currently list. These are also considered standard events. So we have purchase, generate lead, complete registration, add payment info, add to cart, add to wish list, initiate checkout, search, and view content. So if you're in e-commerce, purchase would be something relevant to you, and so would add to cart and initiate checkout. But if you're using this for real estate, obviously purchases aren't completed online. That's a usually you'll be dealing with a bigger transaction, of course. So that's done in person. So at the most, you would probably just be dealing with generating a lead or maybe complete registration. But the way we run things with our agency, whenever we do get someone signed up through our funnels, we would categorize them on the thank you page as generate lead. So for our purposes, we're going to be focusing on this today. So generate lead, all we have to do, just like with the base code, we will go ahead and copy that base code, take it to our notepad, paste it, and just so you know what it is, label it. Alright, so we'll just keep that there for now. So again, this is an event that we're going to try to track in our funnel. Alright, so we'll just click done, and now we will go ahead and install it on Clickfunnels side. Alright, so I already have it pulled up. This is actually the live page, so we need to go to our actual page editor on Clickfunnels, and we will be adding that pixel event to the thank you page, because the way it works is that when someone lands on the landing page and they choose to submit email, they'll submit the email here, and upon submit, they'll land on the thank you page. So for us, on our end, when someone lands on the thank you page, that pretty much means that the lead submitted their contact info. So we want to tell Facebook that that lead was generated whenever someone lands on this page. And the reason we want that is because we want to know for tracking purposes, what's going on. And I mean that's the whole point of installing a Facebook pixel, to know what traffic is doing within our funnels. So again, when someone lands on this page, the pixel that's fired should be view content or page view. And then from that point, if they were to opt in and submit their email or contact info, they would be taken to the thank you page. So what we want to happen here is to trigger generate lead event, so that Facebook can record that and we can see that data on our ads manager side. So how do we install it? So it's pretty simple. It's almost the same process as installing the base code. So we again go to the thank you page, go to our funnel editor, and we get our lead event ready. All we have to do is copy it, and we would go to settings under tracking code, and you'll always want to put it in the footer code. According to Clickfunnels, this is the best place to put it. I mean, yes, you can put it in the header code, but it's better to, according to Clickfunnels, it's better to put it in the footer code so it doesn't interfere with any other codes that are important for Clickfunnels to function correctly. So just remember, put in footer code when possible. So this is where we'll place this. All right. So like I said, if someone were to land on the thank you page, you want the lead event to fire and tell Facebook like, hey, you know, someone submitted their contact because they landed on the thank you page. So uh, we're gonna fire this lead event. Facebook, go ahead and report it in the ads reporting or in the tracking reports. All right. So after we add that, just go ahead and click save. And then now we want to go ahead and test this. And the way we test this is similar to how we tested the base code after installing. We would just have to go to the live page. So if you guys remember, if you guys have any ad blockers installed in your Chrome browser, you want to go into incognito mode. So I'm already in incognito mode, and I already have the thank you page brought up. So this is a live page. I'm going to go ahead and refresh it. And notice I have Pixel Helper already enabled on my incognito browser. The page already reloaded. So now we're going to go ahead and test to see if the tracking event that we just installed will fire. And what we're going to be looking for is to see if the lead event triggered. And as you can see here, it did because of the green check mark. All right, let's see what else. So yeah, pretty much that's what we're looking for. Green check mark. If it's green, it's good. So that was pretty simple, right? All we had to do was, again, let's recap. All we had to do was pull the information from your business manager ad account. This is your base code, remember? On the next page, if you were to hit continue, is where you actually find the events that you'd like to track. In this case, we were trying to track generate lead. You just go down here, copy to clipboard, click done, paste it into your notepad, bring up your Clickfunnels editor and go into your thank you page, because this is where you're going to be installing the lead event. Once you're in here, you go to settings, you go to tracking code, go to footer code, and you paste this lead event script to the footer section of the thank you page. Once you paste it, close it, make sure you hit save, and after it saves, what do you do next? You want to test it. You want to test to see if the install was successful. And in order to do that, it's best to bring it up in incognito mode. If you already have the page pulled up, make sure you refresh it. And then upon refreshing it, you want to check to see if that lead event was installed correctly by checking Facebook Pixel Helper. It's going to load up, and we're looking for green check marks. And there you go, success. All right, so hope you guys got that. Hope that was simple enough. And let's see. So after you install it, you know, how do you use that event and where do you find it? So like I said, when someone signs up here, you want to know that they did, and the only way of knowing it is if they land on this page. But how do you know if they land on this page? It's through the pixel, specifically lead event was triggered because someone signed up and landed on this page. So how do you see that on the back end of Facebook Business Manager? Well, there's a few places where you can find it. If you're running ads, you would find it in the Ads Manager, but you can also find it in your Pixel events. So you just go to your Pixel. You would just have to look for your Pixel and look for that event, and then see uh, you see if that event was triggered, because typically Facebook uh, would record those events. But it looks like since this page is really new still, the events haven't been recorded yet. But this is where you would find the real-time events. So yes, but anyway, you would find it here, and then the other place you would find it is in Ads Manager if you're running active ads. As of right now, there's no active ads running on this demo account, but I just want to show you guys where you would find it. So as that's loading, this is the thing about Facebook ads. It's such a robust platform that it could take time to load. So as you can see, this account's pretty new. This is a demo ad. This is not even live yet, but you would find data here. But we will go over this into more detail in other videos. But just know that if you were running ads, that type of data, as far as like lead generation, if that pixel was fired, would show up in the ad reporting. So next thing I wanted to go over was where to add payment. You need to know this because if you are going to be running ads, which I'm assuming pretty soon because you're already this far into your Facebook ad setup, you would find the payments option or add payments option under settings usually. I've said in previous videos that Facebook likes to change things up sometimes, so definitely explore the menu in the Business Manager. So, oh, there you go. Payment settings. Just make sure you're in the correct account. And this is where you would add your payment method. I'm not going to click on this right now because this is a demo account. You don't really want to add payment until you know for sure that you're going to be advertising. So what usually happens too, just take note of, is that when you first start advertising, there is a threshold. Threshold as in when will you get charged, and I believe when you first start, the threshold is $25. So Facebook won't charge your card that you have on file until you've spent $25 with ads. And as time goes and as your account gets seasoned and of course spend more and more, your threshold will go up. So spend more money, it'll go up to $100. Spend more money on ads, it'll go up to $1,000, and it can get pretty high. There's ridiculous ad accounts out there that spend like close to $100,000 and above, and they don't get charged until maybe $25,000 in spend in ad spend. So just imagine that. But just know that there's thresholds. You're not going to get charged for every dollar you spend. It happens in tiers, and though that threshold gets raised as time goes by and as more money is spent on your ads. All right, so that should do it for this video. Like I said, go ahead and try it. Go ahead and try out our free ebook. It's an intro to Facebook ads. The link should be below. And also, I'd like to invite you guys to join our Facebook group. That's where we'll be discussing more ad strategies about Facebook, how to implement it with your business. And we're also discussing chatbots and more about sales funnels and ClickFunnels. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it's helpful. And see you guys in the next one. Thanks.